I am horrified by the idea that we have compromised through a secret agreement the territory, the sovereignty, and the sovereign rights of the Philippines.
Philippine President Bongbong Marcos Jr. maaaring ma-impeach dahil sa umano'y kapabayaan at pagiging incompetent sa paghawak at kontrol ng Scarborough Shoal issue laban sa China. Ito ang pahayag na inilabas ng The Manila Times kahapon, December 9, 2024, sa ilalim ng panunulat ni Rigoberto D. Tiglao. Nakasaad sa article and I quote, "It is a testament to President Marcos Jr.'s incompetence and negligence. While he and his cousin Martin Romualdez were busy persecuting Vice President Sara Duterte, they were disgracefully clueless over what is the biggest amputation of our territory since we lost Sabah when the newly formed Federation of Malaysia incorporated it in 1963. Marcos is impeachable for the loss of Scarborough on the constitutional ground of betrayal of public trust. He has demonstrated himself to be grossly incompetent and negligent in handling our dispute with China over Scarborough Shoal, naively believing that the U.S. would help us recover it, that following the U.S. line of demonizing China, the world would force Beijing to give it back to us. After President Aquino III, fooled by the U.S., lost control of Scarborough in 2012 to China, President Rodrigo Duterte for 6 years during his term had managed, through diplomacy and a non-belligerent stance toward the Chinese, to put the issue of sovereignty over the shoal in the back burner, with Filipino fishermen allowed to fish there. Malinaw po sa artikulong ito na sa panahon pa lang ni Noy President Noynoy Aquino III, taong 2012 ay wala na sa atin at tuluyang nakontrol ng bansang China ang Scarborough, 2 araw lamang makalipas ang ika-16 na tila sikretong pagbisita ni dating Senator Antonio Sonny Trillanes sa China upang di umano ay makipagsundo, sapagkat si Trillanes ay naatasan ni Noynoy na maging backroom negotiator sa Chinese government.
Tinatago ko kasi ako binulungan ng mga intelligence sa military. Ito ang nangyari sa Pilipinas. Sabi ni Pinoy, he authorized Trillanes to go to China to negotiate. I really do not know what. He doesn't want to tell us. 16 times, and after that, we lost the Scarborough Shoal.
Why Trillanes and not someone else? Why was Trillanes selected as the negotiator for Aquino? Paano siya nagkaroon ng connection na gano'n na pwede niyang lapitan ang mga pinuno ng China? Yun ang isang misteryo na hanggang ngayon dapat malaman kung anong kasagutan.
Mismo ang palasyo ang nagkumpirmang itinalaga ni Pangulong Noynoy Aquino si Senador Antonio Trillanes IV bilang back-channel negotiator ng gobyerno ng Pilipinas sa China.
Ang tanda ko dyan, kinontak tayo ni Senator Trillanes at nasa China siya at that time at nilapitan siya at tinanong yung posibilidad kung pwede siyang maging back-channel nga. So, in the absence of any other channels that were existing beforehand, at sa gusto nating ma-resolve na mapayapa ito sitwasyon sa Scarborough Shoal, so ano mawawala sa ating pakinggan ni pararating?
Kasi maano yung sitwasyon. Nagre-report ako kay Presidente, lahat ng proposal, galing sa kanya, counter-proposal, so kung anong hindi niya papayagan, hindi papayagan. So, messenger lang ako dito.
Trillanes wanted everything that was happening in Scarborough to be made secret so that it will protect the interest of the Chinese. But he was insisting on a one-on-one dealings with China. Pinoy did not know of the arrangements being made by the senator. Imagine talking to an enemy of a potential enemy of this country 16 times. What did he discuss with these people? Who initiated the discussion? Did he? Or did they? Did they pay for his trip to Beijing? He should answer. That's why he could not be here, because I'm going to ask him. My God, this guy is a fraud. He's supposed to be a trained military mind, but he does not know anything about military strategy. Senator Trillanes has been quietly, secretly, clandestinely meeting with the Chinese about the Scarborough. He said to Mrs. Brady, sa Pilipinas, walang may gusto na sa atin yung panatag, yung Scarborough Shoal. Yan ang sinasabi niya. Pilipino ba yan? Makabayan ba yan? My God! What kind of a senator is this?
Napipilitan ako ngayon sabihin. Nilabas na rin ni Nick. Because there has to be somebody who will answer for this. Bakit na panahon na kinuha na yung shoal, there was no active movement sa armed forces? Bakit hindi nagpadala maski isang barko lang at sitahin? Amin yan! Anong ginagawa mo, China? Walang ginawa. Ang order was to stand down. Stand down, huwag kayong maghawak ng armas. Anak na. Pinagdili nila ang bayan natin. So what was the 16 trips of Trillanes? What was it all about? What was it all? Ano nangyari? Yan ang ayaw ko sanang bitawan kasi mainit ang mga sundalo.
Samantala, sa ilalim naman ng 6 na taong panunungkulan ni former President Rodrigo Duterte, ay napahupan niya ang girian sa magkabilang panig sa pamamagitan ng isang agreement. At kabilang sa agreement na ito ay ang bigyang kalayaan ang mga Pilipinong mangingisda na pumalaot sa naturang karagatan. Dagdag pa sa artikulo, na sa loob lang ng 2 taon sa ilalim ni Marcos, formal nang na-establish ng China ang kanilang soberanya sa Scarborough at may mga ulat na balak nilang gawing de facto military bases ito, katulad ng ginawa nila sa 7 reefs sa Spratlys kung saan nag-reclaim sila ng lupa. Hindi man lang daw kumonsulta si Marcos sa ibang eksperto na may sapat na kaalaman kung paano haharapin ang sigalot natin sa China. Sa halip, mukhang tanging ang pinsan niyang pro-Amerikanong si Jose Romualdez na ambassador niya sa US at ang Defense Secretary niyang si Gilberto Teodoro Jr. na mahilig sa Jera ang kinausap niya. Kahit na may nakakabahalang pangyayari noong Disyembre 4 sa Scarborough kung saan unang nagpadala ang People's Liberation Army Navy ng barko para ipatupad ang claims ng China, hindi pa rin tinawag ni Marcos ang National Security Council, NSC, para pag-usapan ang tugon ng Pilipinas. Sa katunayan, hindi pa niya kailanman tinipon ang NSC sa buong termino niya, taliwas sa mga nakaraang administrasyon na ginagawa ito kapag may krisis na ganito kalaki. Sa halip, kahit na nagpaputok ng water cannons ang mga barko ng China Coast Guard sa mga barko ng Pilipinas at pilit silang pinalalaya sa lugar, mas pinili ni Marcos na magdaos ng dinner kasama ang mga miyembro ng Kongreso noong gabing iyon ang aksyon ng China para higpitan ang kontrol nila sa Scarborough, na dapat sana'y nag-udyok kay Marcos na tawagin ng NSC, ay nagsimula noong Nobyembre 10 nang i-anunsyo nila ang geographical coordinates ng baselines ng Scarborough. Pagkatapos nito, inirehistro nila ito sa United Nations pagkalipas ng 1 buwan, bagay na nagpalakas sa claim nila na sumusunod ito sa international law.
Well, it turns out we don't know. It is a secret agreement. We don't know anything about it. There is no documentation. There is no record. There is no. We were not briefed when I came into office. Walang nagsabi sa amin na merong ganung usapan. So we're trying to really up to now, because from the former administration, iba-ibang sagot eh. Sabi ng isang opisyal na dating government official under the previous administration, there's no such agreement. Sabi naman ng isa, no, there is and we should honor it. Sabi naman ng iba, maganda yan. Sabi ng iba, hindi maganda yan. Hindi pa namin alam kung ano ba talaga yung agreement na yan. But kung ay ang sinasabi sa agreement na yan na kailangan tayong magpermiso sa ibang bansa para gumalaw sa ating sariling teritoryo, ay mahirap siguro sundan yung ganyang klaseng agreement. I am horrified by the idea that we have compromised through a secret agreement the territory, the sovereignty, and the sovereign rights of the Philippines. That is something. We still have to clear it up. We are waiting for Ambassador Wang to come back from Beijing na umalis siya, and I asked to see him. Baka siguro sa pagbalik na. At ipaliwanag niya, sino bang kausap mo? Sino ba talagang kausap mo? Anong pinag-usapan ninyo? Anong pinag-agrihan ninyo? Was this an official thing or was it a personal thing? Ano ba ito? Dahil wala kaming record. Kahit saan ka tumingin, walang record. So, sikretong ginawa lahat ito. Bakit nila ginawa? Kung gagawin man nila, ba't pa nila ginawang sikreto? Nakakapagtaka nga eh. Kaya it's not a good situation. We are talking to his former officials. Maybe not the president himself, but all his former officials. Tinatanong namin, ano ba yan? Ipaliwanag niyo naman sa amin para alam namin yung ginagawa namin. And we still haven't gotten a straight answer. All right, thank you.
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe.